So part of the conversations with Dr. Mahmoud Hassan has to do with the World Bank annual meetings currently going in Washington. You see the raft of stories and numbers coming through the World Economic Outlook. There you have the financial system stability. There you have the fiscal monitor papers, which was released yesterday. So it's been one day, a number of reports coming through. These are part of the stories we're covering for you. And Temitope Olubile is one of the research analyst at Financial Derivatives Company. She's live here in our studios, putting all that into our commodity space for this Thursday. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm sure you listened to Dr. Mahmoud and these external vulnerabilities and risks and what you call deceleration, as the IMF would put it, in terms of the slowdown, the speed at which the global economy is growing, is all feeding into the consumers market. You talked about the commodity space, and that is one issue here. Oil prices, agro products, whether everything in there, with the U.S. and U.S. sales report came in yesterday,
Yes.
not looking good at all for September.
Yeah, so we've been having all kinds of reports, and one key thing to note is what are all the reports pointing towards? Pointing towards a global slowdown. So take the IMF World Economic Outlook that was released a few days ago. We saw that, they revised the global growth forecast for 2019 downwards to 3%. And, they warned about the trade tensions, the Brexit uncertainty, all of that is doing to global growth. And now put that side by side with the U.S. retail sales reports that was released yesterday. We also saw a slowdown, a 0.3% slowdown in retail sales in September. And one of the things that IMF warned about was the manufacturing sector, and how this now, if you compare that with the retail sales reports, we are saying that maybe the manufacturing slowdown in this advanced economy is starting to feed into the retail space, starting to feed into other sectors of the economy. And one key thing is the automobile. Even IMF's reports reported, a slowdown in automobile production and demand, and when we look at the sales reports, retail sales reports again, we saw a slowdown in auto sales. And, all of this, why the automobile industry is particularly important is, it's interconnected globally. There's an interconnection of the automobile industry.
If you talk about automobile, you talk about gasoline,
you
petrol demand. It's still there. It's still huge.
It's
a big industry in terms of jobs, in terms of the value chain. If you talk about from production to the dealer shops, to the brokers, to the companies who finance your sales, whatever,
so
for purchases. It's huge. It's a huge industry. So you look at automobile as one major part of global manufacturing. The PMIs for Germany, for France, for Spain, for China wasn't really good over the last couple of months.
Exactly. There's a manufacturing slowdown. It's a fact. It's now clear to everyone. And, with China, we have the tax impact on the automobile. In Europe, we have the emission revisions and all that on, affecting the automobile industry too. So all of that. Now go to the commodities side of things. The IMF also warned of, commodity countries that depend on commodity exports. They warned about the impact a subdued outlook for commodity prices will have on their public finances. And of course, when you talk about a country that depends on resource extraction, you think Nigeria.
Yes.
So so that is a warning for us. Even though they left our growth forecast unchanged at 2.3% for 2019, we also have that warning of the impact of declining commodity prices on our public finances. So the onus is on us to hedge against these vulnerabilities and, protect ourselves as much as we can.
Okay, we need to wrap up, but we're not going to conclude this without having some lettuce in my salad. Why is this important? Well, this looks like something that is so common, but yet our production is not up to speed.
Yes, our production is very suboptimal. We're doing less than 200,000 tons. And, what, like you said, is used in salads, is used in your sandwiches, your wraps, all of that. There's a demand for it. But I think one thing that has dampened the export potential and, is the fact that it's highly perishable. When you think about the fact that before you get to the ports, the delays at Nigerian ports, before it gets to the export market, it will probably have been destroyed. But countries have been able to find a way around it. So you have this modified atmosphere packaging is called, you know, where you use these clean films to keep the products, let's use fresh, to reduce the permeability of oxygen into it, which will keep it fresh and extend the shelf life. So there is a way around it. So ordinarily thinking about it, it's highly perishable. But if you invest in these clean films and, you know, it will be able to extend the shelf life, even with the delays in the ports and everything.
Looking at the market, I'm sure we can really do more.
Yes, we can.
I'm sure we can really do. Because I'm talking to two folks in the agriculture sector after this discussion. This is part of my conversation with them. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for coming. Temitope Olugule, a member of the research team at Financial Derivatives Company.